Alrighty, so I know what all y'all here for. Y'all want to talk about that money. So we're going to talk about that money. Well, this time I'm going to talk about 2 consecutive weeks, not just one, because I believe in telling the good with the bad. So first we're going to talk about the good, and then I'm going to tell you about the very following week that was not so good and why the week was not so good. But that first week before that one, I would say was a pretty good week. So let's get straight into it. All right, so we started off, and I'll tell you who the driver is later. Y'all might be surprised on who it is. But anyway, we started off with a St. Gabriel, Louisiana, going to Harlingen, Texas. It was not oversized. It was a legal load. And that load paid right at $2,900, going 690 miles. Loaded miles, I'm talking about loaded miles, okay? Then we picked up in Harlingen, Texas, and brought it right back to, we didn't pick up in Harlingen. We picked up in Brownsville. So we did hit it from Harlingen to Brownsville. And we picked up in Brownsville, Texas, which Harlingen and Brownsville is not too far apart. They both are way, way down south, Texas, right by the border, Mexico border. A lot of people don't like going down there because typically there's no freight down there. But I don't really mind sometimes, especially if it's paying good. And look what happened. We got a load coming out of Brownsville going right to the Dayton, Texas, which is 390 loaded miles for $2,600. It was supposed to be a little overweight, but when we got it, it wasn't. So, we ran that. And when we got to Dayton, Texas, one of our, associates that's over here with us, he had an issue. One of his drivers, basically, we don't know what happened to the driver. I pray that the driver's okay. I still haven't heard anything about what happened with the driver, but basically, they found his truck in the ditch. And when they found his truck in the ditch, he wasn't in the truck. It was just the truck there. But the load was parked on his property. Hey, look, I don't know what was going on. He called me, said, man, can you help me out? I got this load that was supposed to deliver it on Monday. Today's Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was. It probably was Wednesday. And he's like, man, I really need to get this load done. Can you help me out? I said, cool, because he helped me out a lot. I said, cool, no problem. Just let me know where the load is at. I'll get in touch with my driver. Let him know. Tell him, hey, look, man, I'm going to compensate you because he's on percentage. So I let him know, hey, look, I'm going to make sure you're all right. No matter the deal between me and him, I'm going to take care of you. Can you handle this for me? He said, no problem. I'll get it done. I said, okay, cool. So he went dead-headed all the way up from Dayton, Texas to Farmersville, Louisiana. Long ride. And it even was during the time of all these it wasn't hurricane, it was tornadoes and really, really bad weather in Louisiana and Texas, right? But he made it there. He dropped his trailer. He hooked up to the flatbed. He pulled the flatbed all the way from Farmersville, Louisiana to Mansfield, Texas, and he delivered that load, okay? And then he turned around and brought the empty flatbed all the way back. No, I'm sorry. He dropped that flatbed up in Dallas. Then he had to deadhead all the way back, bobtailed all the way back to Farmersville, Louisiana to pick up his RGN, right? I don't remember the exact mileage of all that deadhead and all that. I'll try to post a video somewhere. I'm not a video, a picture of something showing the mileage maybe or something like that. But that was a lot of miles. He done great work on that. We wind up settling out with the guy right at $2,500 for all of that, taking care of all of that for him. Okay, wasn't bad, wasn't a lot of money at all, but once again, we're all in the same authority. We work together, we help each other out, and we help this guy out. All right. Now, right after that, we found the load which was on a Friday. Thank God. God blessed us with this. It was nothing but God. God definitely blessed us with this. We came out of Bastrop, Louisiana, and took a load going down to Jacksonville, Florida, okay? And with that load, it required one escort. And that was 700 loaded miles, and we got 6,500 on it, okay? Which Jacksonville is a good area to go to, in my opinions, you know, for RGN or Step Deck, because they got the port right there. They got Brunswick a little north. They got Savannah a little bit north of that, all right? So in all, loaded miles, we were right at 2,080 miles, all right? I'm sorry for the video, I haven't calculated, you know, all the deadhead miles all together. I know I usually do that. I will calculate and I will put it somewhere here, there, somewhere in the video showing what all of the miles was, all right? But all in all, the loaded miles was 2,080 miles, and we got right at 14,500 gross for the week. Very, very good week. The driver done a good week. It was a good week. He was even able to stop at home. He didn't even come home. He was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna just keep rolling. I really appreciate him for that. And he did that. So that was that week. But the very next week, very next week, we came out of Jacksonville, Florida, shot over to Mobile, wasn't number 410 miles, and we got a forklift. It was a little bit overweight, not much, I believe. You know what? Actually, it wasn't. It was legal. And it was... No, it wasn't. It was actually a little bit overweight because I got in my notes that I paid for some permits on that. It was a little bit overweight, and we got it right at 2,000 for 410 miles, all right? Now, right after that, we actually sat for a day. I didn't see nothing that was, you know, work too much, right? And keep in mind, we're just now coming off this high for this week before, you know, and we just made this basically 15 grand a week before. So I'm looking at these lows like, nah, man, I don't want that. I probably should have took, you know, another load for that week or something, but I didn't. We still did all right, but, you know, just not as good as the week before, right? So basically, we sat for a day. He went to the house. He spent some time with his family. You know, he was probably home by 12 noon or something like that. And then the next morning, he picked up in Louisville, Mississippi, going to Elwood, Illinois. Now, I needed to take this load because I had got some work previously done to the truck in that area, and the guy wanted me to come back within a couple weeks for him to double check that. And so I needed to bring that up there for him to double check that. So I said, you know what? We'll take the load, go on ahead, go up there. And then once you're done, you can go ahead and get the truck checked out, right? So on 680 miles, the load was only about 10 and a half, I believe, wide. It was oversized. We done 4,000 on that on 680 miles, all right? Right after that, which was a Friday, didn't get a load. It was basically, for all who know where Elwood, Illinois is the Chicago area. In my opinion, I hate the Chicago area for RGNs. That's my opinion. You know, I don't like it. The loads move fast. They kind of don't want to really pay that much. And yeah, so I don't like that area. I like my down south area. I just don't like going up there. But we had to go up there because we had to get something done in the truck and blah, 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 blah. So he didn't get a load on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no money. Didn't make no money. I hate that. The whole weekend, my mind was just like, you know. So he chilled up there. Luckily, he had some family up there. He went chilled out, you know, done his thing, whatever. Don't know what else he done. It also was, you know, 420 weekend. But anyway, so that Monday, we basically picked up and tried to run a short run, which was the same day, because our Mondays run from Monday to Monday, and we didn't, you know, we didn't get it done. So we had a load that was supposed to be a short run. He actually went there to pick up the load. It was gonna be a Elk Grove, Illinois to Evansville, Indiana. He was gonna pay $1,500. He got there, the people said the load was gone, and they gave us $150 on it. So that was it for the whole week, y'all. So loaded miles, he only ran 1,090 miles, and he only made $6,150. All right, and his pay was for loaded miles was $5.64 a mile. Not too bad for the miles he ran, but for the entire week, we don't like to see that. So all in all, that was the week. I'll post total, miles. I'm gonna try anyway to post total miles below or somewhere on the video somewhere. But that was the week. Previous week was 14,500. This week was right at, that 6,150, and every week's not gonna be good. We shoot for every week to be good, but every week wasn't, it's not always good. So that was some money that we talked about in this video, y'all. I'm gonna try to make more videos like this talking about this money, because I know y'all love these videos to talk about this money, and I want y'all to, know what y'all getting yourself into. I want y'all to get motivated. I want y'all to, understand, sometimes we make a lot of money, sometimes we don't make a lot of money, but you'll know what you're dealing with. I know a lot of people, they don't really like to bring out their numbers. Of course, I'm not covering every truck that we have and all the numbers that we have, but I do bring y'all realistic numbers. These are real numbers. It's not inflated. I'm not lying about anything. I just showed you the very next week we only made $6,000 in the same exact truck. So things happen. This is the trucking game, but it is what it is. And what we're gonna keep doing is we're gonna keep working hard, and we're gonna keep trucking the cash flow. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll see y'all in the next video. Until the next time, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, leave some comments. If you want me to make any video specifically, or you got any questions, put them in the, the comment section. If I can, I'll make a video about it. I'll help y'all out. All right. So till next time, peace.